Welcome to the NRG Park. Originally, this place used to be called the Reliant Park until in the year of 2014, they changed its name to NRG Park. All the three buildings, including the Reliant Stadium, the Center, and the Arena, both got their names changed. I meant to say all the places with the Reliant names were changed to NRG. I meant to say that. We are going to do a full elevator exploring tour of the convention center at NRG Center, which this used to be the Reliant Center until they got its name changed. Now let's go inside the lobby and get a very nice view. As you enter this convention center, you get a very nice view of the convention center lobby itself. This is a very, very, very nice lobby. Now let's go into the exhibition rooms and get a glimpse on the cars that we saw during the auto car show that we just went yesterday ago. Now this right here is the exhibition room of the NRG Convention Center, greeted with multiples of cars and auto vehicles. There's Honda, there's Toyota, Mercedes, Audi, etc. Now that we got done touring in the lobby and the exhibition halls, now we are going to do a full 1080p retake of all the elevators here at this convention center, including the freight elevators as well. So let's do the passenger elevators first. The first elevator we're going to ride is the single elevator right here. So with that said, here we go. Let's take a ride. Alright, we're going to ride the first elevator at the NRG Center.
Stop sign and that kind of thing.
Tacoma with Innovation Security. I guess I didn't push the button hard enough. It should be coming. Here it is. And there's no operator in here. It's most likely during a rodeo. But M? Come down?
Well, this is what I heard. Now I don't know.
No, Sky Sweets are...
Then I don't know if you got the preference.
Thank you. Wow.
Because then
You're welcome.
Then she sent me a text and said, do you know anybody on that committee? And I said, no. But I'll see if I can find somebody who does. And then she said, well, I can just do certain nights. What do they have available? But she would have bought the whole thing.
I know someone who had a sweet that sells them
For certain nights.
for certain nights.
Send me their name.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Y'all have a good afternoon. Door closed and push the button. I love that. Can end the video upstairs. That motor is epic. Very nice motor. It's a long way up between the first floor and the second floor. Go. Anytime.
I got it. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
You got the door?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No problem.
Thank you.
Anytime. Looks like it's busy up here. Look at this room. All right. That's it for this one. Now before we go to the second sets of elevators, this is the view from the second floor, which the second floor goes to like the meeting rooms and ballrooms and stuff like that. So there's your view of the second floor. Now we will go ride the second sets of elevators here in the property. Alright, this is the second passenger elevator at the NRG Park. Convention Center in Houston, Texas. To Kone as well with Innovation Security. Hello, ma'am. I hear one elevator coming. Oh, it's the right one. If someone's on it, I'm gonna point the camera away. We got it to ourselves. This elevator used to be kind of jolty the last time I rode it. Let's see how well it's doing going up. Button does not go out to the elevator, it completely stops and the door opens. Listen to this motor, here we go. Doing a lot better. Go ahead. There you go, sir. There it goes. And that's it. And now to the third set of elevators here in the Convention Center, which it's a unique one because the left one is center speed and the right one is 2-speed. Let's take a ride on the 2-speed elevator. I prefer doing that, and the center speed elevators are the exact same, so I don't feel like riding that. So, here we go. Let's ride it. Here we come to the third banks of elevators at the NRG Convention Center, NRG Park in Houston, Texas. Before we ride, let's take another appreciation of this beautiful building. It's a beautiful day outside. Alright, let's go down on these elevators. I do like that 2-speed door right there. I guess we got this one right here. The 2-speeded elevator. There's our friend, Mr. Security. I'm gonna go on the G, because GR is locked, and same as MR. Ooh, bump to the back. Let's go up to M. Door close button works. We love that. That motor is really impressive. I'm gonna get a still picture of this elevator. This is really nice. There goes that one. And that one's just the exact same like the other one, so we're not gonna write that. But anyways, that's it. And now off to the fourth set of passenger elevators, which is similar to the second sets that I rode. So anyways, enjoy this, which is also known as the last passenger sets of elevators here in the building. And then after that, we're going to go off to one of the service elevators. So, here we go. Alright, here we come to the last set of passenger elevators at NRG Center, Reliant Park in, NRG NRG Park. Sorry if I get the names mixed up. Over there are the service elevators, and that's the freight elevator right there. I can't believe I came all the way from over there all the way to over here. Now the service and the freight elevator are in that end over there. It's the left one right here. Same as the other one. Now this one's got to have the most incredible motor I've ever heard. It's even brighter than the other one. And there's no cameras in here either. Go to M. It's empty over here. Now let's get ready to hear this amazing motor. That was an epic motor. Very impressive motor I've ever heard. That's got to be one of the epic motor I've ever heard. Alright, Ann, that's it for this one. And now that I got the 1080p takes of all the 4 banks of passenger elevators, now let's start off with a 1080p take of the service elevator. And then we will do the freight elevators next, right after the service elevator. So, here we go. Alright, this will be the service elevator at the NRG Park. Coming down?
Yes, sir.
I got the elevator for you.
Thank you, sir.
Anytime. Going down too?
Yes, sir. Thanks.
You're welcome. There you go.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Thanks.
You have a good afternoon.
You too.
Door's kind of scratchy. Won't focus. Can barely hear the motor on this one due to the fan. Not sure if the back freight elevator is in use or not. There it goes. And I guess that's it. Now that I got the 1080p takes of all the passenger elevators, including the service elevator here in the property, now we're going to do the 1080p takes of the freight elevators. Now, before we get on to the freight elevators, please note, freight elevators are not intended use for passengers, so when you are using freight elevators, you need to use extreme care and cautious. And also, please make sure to also close the doors up when you get done using it before you leave it alone, so that way other people from another floor can use it. The first freight elevator we're going to ride is the front freight elevator here at the convention center, and watch what happens when I try to call it when the doors are left open. Alright, this is one of the freight elevator. Oh. I think somebody left it open downstairs. Somebody left the door open downstairs. Oh yeah, it's being used right now. Yeah, this thing's being used. I'll come back later. See, that's what happens if you don't close the doors up. Now, right after I turned my camera off for a few minutes was a little surprising part. When the freight elevator door opened up, the guy was like coming out, and he was asking me if I was getting on the freight elevator. I told him yes, and told him my elevator hobby, and then he was like nice enough to authorize me to use it. So let's get this video rolling again. Alright, finally get to ride. This is the first freight elevator at the NRG Convention Center in Houston, Texas. That guy just got off and he let me use it. Alright, we're going to go down to the rear side because I'm not going to open up the front door because it opens into the exhibition room. You don't want to make a bunch of noises. Let's close the door. I can feel the wind blowing behind me. That guy was nice enough to let me use it. I'm gonna get over here and watch that door open. That door's gonna slam open really hard. Going up? Oh, I thought someone was there. Oh, there's nobody over there. Alright, let's close the door up. Let's go back up to the mezzanine level. That was an incredible motor. Coming down, sir? Alright, thank you. We're gonna get a cabbie upstairs. I'm not gonna take too long because I need to close this thing up. There's one more view of the cab. Alright, I'm gonna close this thing up. There it goes. Alright, there it goes. And that's it. Now let's go ride the last freight elevator here in the convention center, and that will conclude the exploring tour of this place. Alright, this is going to be the back freight elevator at the NRG Center in Houston, Texas. Here comes this one. That gate is slow. And there's a camera in here. There's Big Brother. Alright, we're gonna go on to G. Let's close the door. Now this one's gonna have an epic motor. They put that Corian sign up there, it looks like. I'm thinking I'm ending the video down here. For the second trip going down. Bang! We're gonna close this door here. Whole cab like shook. I just stepped on some trash. We're gonna end the video down at the bottom floor because I'm about to leave this place. I'm gonna end the video down at the bottom. I'm gonna watch that door open up. Alright, we're gonna end the video down at the bottom and we're gonna leave. Because I have to go back to my dad by now. Get a cab view. Just identical to the other one. It serves that floor right there, which that is an employee lounge, I believe. This time we're gonna watch the button go out. These are your fixtures, they're Adams fixtures. Get a still picture of this. Alright, we're gonna close it up so somebody else can use it. Oop, this door open. Make sure I don't hit anything. Let's get one last still picture. Alright, we're gonna go. So this is the loading dock here, by the way. This is where we go back in. And there's the service elevator. And there's one last view. Alright, Ann, that's it. Now that concludes the Exploring tour of the NRG Convention Center. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you'd like to do more of this touring videos, leave in the comments below, let me know, and hopefully I'll do more later in the future. So with that being said, thank you again for watching this video, and hope you guys have a wonderful, magnificent day.